Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm reacting to Zactive Films. Anyways, let's get into this video.
Her glass eye suddenly imploded as she started crying blood. You see,
Okay, I unlocked a new fear, I guess. Never getting a glass eye.
when the glass eye was created, it was hollow in the center, and as it cooled, the trapped air shrank, leaving a low-pressure space inside. Now, some think a change in temperature suddenly
I just have one question. How does Zactive Films know all of this? Like, what?
shifted the air pressure, causing it to implode. This sucked glass back into the prosthetic eyeball, along with tissue from the eye socket, trapping the glass eye.
Yo guys, did y'all unlock a new fear? Because I did. Getting a glass eye.
With suction until doctors pried it out. And this happened to over a dozen patients until they finally switched to acrylic. Her glass eye suddenly she puts her mouth over the faucet, trying to stop the water long enough to pull the towel through. But water still leaks past her mouth and the towel gets wet. You see, the goal is to get the towel out of the faucet without letting it get wet. Instead,
Wait, I always wondered how you do that.
twist both ends of the towel tight. Now wrap it around the stream until the ends meet in front of the water, making a loop around it. Then rotate around the stream so the ends move behind the water and pull the towel back open without getting it wet.
No way that works. After this video, I'm trying it.
She puts her mouth over the faucet, trying to stop the water long enough to pull the towel through. But water still leaks past her mouth and the towel gets wet. You see, the goal is to get the towel out of the faucet without letting it get wet. Instead, twist both ends of the towel tight. Now wrap it around the stream until the ends meet in front of the water, making a loop around it. Then rotate around the stream so the ends move behind the water. And as the dentist moved in to drill, the man began to panic because he hadn't been numbed yet. Now, the dentist was out of laughing gas, so he made a call and a group of penguins waddled into the room. They started pooping all around the dental chair. You see, when king penguin poop breaks down in the soil, bacteria can release nitrous oxide.
What? Zactive Films, do you like poop? Do you like poop? I've seen videos from Fulton and he reacted to so much poop of Zactive Film. Like, what the fuck, Zactive Film? Do you like poop or what?
Also known as laughing gas. But to make enough, the penguins would need to poop non-stop for about 3 months. And by the time there's finally enough gas in the room, the floor is covered, the smell is unbearable, and the dentist is breathing it too, which means the guy drilling into your teeth would also be high. As the dentist moved in to drill, he used paper towels to seal himself into his hidden fort, complete with a bed and a pet fish inside. For 2 days, he lived off of stolen.
Yo, why would you live in a store? I just have one question. Why? Why? Just why? The store, did it do anything to you? And by the way, the pet fish is tough.
Food and juice from a hole behind the drink aisle. He
Yo, but that will be me.
changed clothes every few hours so he wouldn't be recognized, and even wore diapers so he could avoid using the bathroom. You see, he ran away from home and thought Walmart would be a good place to live, but employees eventually found a
Why did you run away from home?
trail of trash, following it straight to his secret hideout, and he was dragged back to his parents. He used paper.
Imagine being dragged back to your parents.
You bake one cake for a dozen people, but then, suddenly, 32 guests show up. Now, if you cut normal slices, they end up paper thin and delicate. So instead, start by cutting the cake into 8 equal wedges. Then cut a diamond shape into each wedge, turning each one into 3 pieces, giving you 24 in total. But if you cut each center diamond in half one more time, you create 8 extra pieces from the middle, which is 32 slices for 32 guests. You bake 1 cake for a dozen people, but then suddenly 32 guests show up. Now, if you cut normal slices, they folded the sofa bed over her, locking the metal leg on top. Then they lowered the whole thing into the couch while laughing hysterically.
If my friends ever do that to me, I'm killing them. You're not doing that to me.
But the pressure of the metal frame began to crush her, while the mattress blocked her from breathing, and soon...
The friends are just pure evil. No
she began to scream. Now, at first, her friends thought she was playing.
The friends are just dumb as fuck.
And they ignored her cries. But as it got harder to breathe, she began to panic, screaming for help as her friends kept laughing. And it was only after she turned quiet that her friends realized what they had done. They folded the sofa bed. They folded the sofa.
Check the comments. Who needs anyway when you got friends like this? Right, you're right. Friends like these are why I work alone most of the time. Judge should punish them the same way they did to their friend. Imagine dying knowing your friends heard your scream but laughed at it. For those who are curious, it's most likely about a TikToker, Morgan Siriani. She and her friends were making prank videos. Thankfully, she survived. She survived. I thought she died.
It's spinning! We made our own helicopter. You can make one.
As you push down, it turns a large gear inside, which causes a smaller gear to spin. That smaller gear
How do you all even think of doing this? How?
There's a coil of wire between magnets, and that motion creates an electrical current, turning just the motion of your hand into a quick burst of electricity. And when the lever reaches the bottom, it pushes a wedge into a metal plate, closing the circuit. The electricity suddenly rushes into 2 contact points and through the wire, letting you detonate a building without batteries. As you push down, it turns.
Yo. So that's how they use it? How do they even think of that?
She couldn't stand her husband anymore, so she took a gun and shot him 6 times in the chest. But during the autopsy, the police learned that the man had actually had a heart attack moments earlier, meaning he died before she even shot him. Because he was already dead, could she still be charged with murder? On the bar exam, and the answer is that you can't kill someone who's already dead. But she still tried to kill him, so she would be charged with attempted murder. She couldn't stand her husband anymore, so she...
How long is attempted murder for? How long do you go to jail for attempted murder? Can y'all comment it? I don't
took a gun. Cut the first short flap in half. Stop. If you were bit by a tick, which was bitten by another tick, could they keep going, making an infinite chain of ticks drinking each other's blood? Well, starving ticks can feed off of other ones, but ticks store blood in a stretchy sac instead of moving it through vessels. So by the 4th link, the blood is barely moving, so there's almost nothing left to suck, meaning they would quickly let go, which would break your chain. If you were bit by a tick, he placed the bicycle on the ground before placing his foot on the pedal, trying to ride it. You see, he had cut each metal piece himself, attaching tiny pedals to small cranks, and screwing the pieces together into a bicycle. When he was done, it was only 3.3 inches long, 10 times smaller than a kid's bike, meaning the smallest shift in his weight would send him tipping over. Yet he spent countless hours training to ride it. it, pressing the pedals with the balls of his feet just enough to keep the chain moving without losing balance, until it finally worked and he achieved a world record. Grab the heaviest rock you can lift and drop it on the coconut. Repeat this until
Yo, coconuts be hard as
cracks
fuck.
start to form along the fibers. Then flip it upside down and do the same to the bottom, before peeling it apart with your hands. Next, find the 3 dots on the coconut that look like a face. Follow the eyes to find the
I know this has nothing to do with the video, but I love coconuts.
ridge along the coconut shell and hold it so it points outwards. Finally, slam the middle of the ridge onto a sharp rock, turning it for each hit until you split the coconut in half for a tasty drink. Grab the heaviest rock you can lift.
What 100 calories?
His parents wheeled him out to the end of the driveway, and he got soaked as he waited for the bus. You see, he couldn't just stay inside until the bus arrived, because it took longer for him to reach the street. His parents tried setting up an umbrella for him, but the wind kept blowing the rain onto him. So they posted online, asking if anyone had an old shelter they didn't need. Instead, a local high school class heard about the post and spent weeks building him a brand new shelter from scratch, wide enough for his wheelchair, built just for him. And for the first time, he got to wait for the bus without worrying about the weather. His parents wheeled him out to the end of the driveway, and he got soaked as he waited for the bus. You see, he couldn't just stay inside until the bus arrived, because it took longer for him to reach the street. His parents tried setting up an umbrella for him, but the wind kept blowing the rain onto him. So they posted online, asking if anyone had an old shelter they didn't need. Instead, a local high school class heard about the post, and the dough is stamped into a round shape and rides down the line, puffing up as it goes. Then it's dropped into hot oil and flipped over to brown the other side. Next, it passes under a sheet of glaze, which coats it in a thin, shiny shell. After that, it's pressed onto a hollow nozzle that pumps red jelly deep inside. It's then cooled, letting the glaze set before it's finally ready to eat. The dough is stamped.
You know what? Guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Anyways, bye.